Hello everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Getting Results in Business series, we are just beginning our brand new unit on on working life. How to describe your working life, particularly how to talk about your likes and dislikes about your job, especially when you're meeting new people in a professional environment. Before we begin, just a little bit about me. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. By the way, here are 3 quick rules to help you participate. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up. By the way, that means when you're not speaking, turn off your microphone so we can keep the classroom quiet. When you are speaking, tune in to the new words you're learning. Use them as actively as you can so I can correct you and give you feedback. Finally, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. And that is a little bit about me. Yesterday, we just began our unit. Here is the material in our notes. By the way, I'll put this in the chat window. Oops, there we go. And I'll put it on the inside chat in case you want to open this in your computer. There you go. And let's do a quick review of yesterday, which was the 16th. There we go. And I'm also going to open our material in the background for you. So while that's loading, I have some of our key words from yesterday on the bottom of page 4, and a little review of yesterday's class on the top of page 5. In yesterday's class, we began a new unit on how to talk about your working life. We read a text, and we hunted for the descriptive words for describing our jobs, positive and negative aspects. So what? What was important about that? Well, now you have a good set of descriptive words for both positive and negative aspects of your life, your working life. Some examples are varied. A job can be varied, glamorous, never dull. And negative words can be uncomfortable, demanding, stressful, lonely, and routine. These were some words we saw in yesterday's class. Now what? Well, there are 2 things that you should start to do. I haven't sent this to you, so you didn't receive it yet. But I'm going to give you a progress test for the last unit we did, so you can test your memory. How much do you remember from Unit 14 that we did last week? I'll also be creating a Memrise course. That's a memory course based on the vocabulary from the last unit. So there's nothing to do for this unit, but I will give you some things to remember, all the main key vocabulary from the last unit. Let's get back into our work from yesterday. Yesterday, we started talking about responsibilities. I asked you to rank these different aspects of your job. Afterwards, we read this text and we picked out the positive and negative words. And our goal is to then describe what our jobs are like with those words. But I want to expand your vocabulary just a little bit. So what I'd like you to do is to listen to 2 people describing their jobs. Okay? And let me just see. Okay, here it is. If you give me just a second, I need to open this on my computer. Ed Lu is an astronaut who spent 6 months on the International Space Station. We just read about him yesterday. Read what he says about working there, list the positive and negative points. Okay, that's what we did yesterday. That was our text on page 4. Okay, we can go over it again if you don't remember, but I'm going to assume that it's more or less familiar to you. But now what I want you to do is to listen to 2 people talk about their childhood dreams and what they ended up becoming. When Ingrid was a child, she wanted to become a doctor. Mansour's ambition was to become a pilot. And listen and find out what they do now and what they like and what they dislike. Okay? So I'm going to ask you to listen for the general idea of what they do. Everyone ready? Ready! Everyone ready? Ready! I didn't hear you. Is everyone ready?
Ready.
There you go. By the way, let me just say a quick hello to Joshua because you are a new face. Hello, Joshua. How are you? Hello, Joshua. Joshua Blanquera, are you there? Hello, Joshua. I don't hear you. Joshua, if your microphone is not working, you might want to leave the Hangout, close the browser, turn the browser on, come back into the Hangout. Okay? Sometimes that fixes audio problems because I can't hear you right now. Okay? So try to leave and come back and see if the audio is better. Okay. Everyone, listen up. First, we're going to listen to Ingrid. Here we go. Ingrid says, I'm a project coordinator for a charity. We provide aid to Africa, and I usually spend about 4 months a year in the field. My job involves managing our field teams and communicating our aims to government officials. I sometimes find this depressing because there's so much bureaucracy and corruption too. But then, when I return to Africa and I see the results of our work, like new clinics, hospitals, and schools, I think it's all worthwhile, and I have a real sense of achievement. That was Ingrid. Let's listen to Mansour. Mansour says, okay, well, I'm an air traffic controller. This means I'm in charge of a section of airspace and keeping in contact with pilots in that zone. It's a challenging job. Our most difficult time of the year is the holiday season when planes are taking off and landing every couple of minutes. It takes a total concentration all the time. I usually work a 6-hour shift, and by the end I feel exhausted. But it's rewarding to know that I've enabled thousands of passengers to travel safely. So, what do they do now? First, Ingrid wanted to be a doctor. What does she do now? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Yes, she's.
Sylvia,
Go.
go ahead.
He's in the International Space Station.
Huh? Uh-oh, were you listening? Sylvia. Sylvia?
But the other girl, who was
What's that?
Rebecca? Who was the other girl who
Yeah, I
was
think it was
speaking?
Aika and Sylvia. I think you were both speaking. I think.
Yes,
Okay. So Ingrid was
manages.
exactly. She manages projects in Africa. That's true. That was the first speaker. Okay. Sylvia, is that clear? Do you remember when she was talking about what she does in her everyday life, in her job?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, what about the second guy? He wanted to be a pilot. Is he a pilot, Sylvia?
No.
No, he's not. Is he doing something related to flying?
Yes.
What does he do?
He's in the International Space Station.
No, he's not. He's not. In the text,
He's a pilot?
He is an air traffic controller.
he is an air traffic controller. So, Bruno, you're close. He's not a pilot, but he helps the pilots on the ground. Okay, Bruno?
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, this to be sorry about. He's the guy that's communicating from the tower. So, Jose, you're right. He's an air traffic controller. That's right. the next question is, what do they like or dislike about their work? Okay, so let's go to Ingrid first. By the way, let me just say a quick hello to Bola, who's joining us right now. Hello, Bola. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
I'm all right. Where are you from, Bola?
I'm from Egypt.
From Egypt. Okay. So we're learning how to describe our working life, particularly when you're... Hello, Joshua. Hello, hello. Okay, Joshua, when you get your mic working, just say hello to the group. Class, what does Ingrid like or dislike about her work?
She doesn't like the bureaucracy
She
in
doesn't like.
Africa
She doesn't like the
and
bureaucracy.
corruption.
She's got a problem with the amount of corruption she's dealing with. That's true. And she talked a bit about
Yeah.
bureaucracy. That's true.
He likes managing teams, and he likes the communication with these teams.
Hang on a second. You're talking about Ingrid or Mansour? Jose, are you talking about Ingrid or Mansour? The woman on the left or the guy on the
No,
right?
I talk about Ingrid.
Oh, about Ingrid. So she, because I heard you say he, that's why.
Okay, sorry. She likes managing. She likes managing teams, and she likes talk with these teams. The communication.
Well, there's something even more specific than that she mentioned. That I'm sure she's okay with the teamwork. I agree with you. But there's something in particular that she likes about her job, because she's not a doctor, so she must have some reason to keep doing this job, right? So if you want, take a quick look at the transcript.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm talking to all of you, right?
She likes communication or aims to government officials. Okay.
That's not what she likes, no. That's what her job involves.
Yes.
But that's not what she likes about it.
No, the
In fact,
job
that's what she hates
involves
about it.
communication. Okay.
Right. But look at the last sentence. Anton, are you there? Hello, Anton?
Yeah, I'm here.
Take a look at the very last sentence. That
She likes the results of her job.
She likes the results. She likes the sense of achievement. That's right. She's not a doctor, but she feels that she's achieved something by working in these NGOs, helping out in developing countries. So it's her sense of achievement that's kept her to her job, right? Because she didn't do what she wanted to do as a child.
Make it safer to...
That's true, yeah. So maybe it's a sense of achievement because he's ensuring that people have safe flights.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. Bruno, what's something that he doesn't like about his work from what you were hearing in the audio?
I think because it...
Things you don't like. Exactly.
Yeah, and okay. The reason, the pressions of our jobs, because he's responsible of 100 people, and you need a big concentration.
That's true.
All the time.
That's true. He needs to, not a big concentration, but
Yeah.
he needs a lot of concentration.
A lot of concentration, yeah.
And that is true. So his dislike is that it's exhausting. His dislike for the job is that it's exhausting. He has to concentrate so much. It's very, very tiring. So he's exhausted. What's a
Find clients
right
for the jobs, and I'm graphic designer, is advertising. I'm freelance in
Right.
France, and this is very hard to obtain a contract new clients.
So a dislike is that it's really uncertain. Your income is always
Absolutely
changing.
right. That's right.
Right. I'm a freelancer too.
You know the problem.
I know exactly the problem. Okay. Although your job is it's hard work, but it's a lot of fun too, isn't it?
It's a fun job, but I need a big expertise in my job, and
Not a big, a lot of.
a lot of expertise in my job because I make a logotype, I make a booklet, I make web design, visual creation, a flyer, and you need to have imagination, but in same time a big technical.
A lot of. So the lesson today is don't use the word big. Come back, because I can't hear you very well. Maybe it's a connection issue. I'd like to hear. Let me see. Hang on. Let me just double check here, because I don't want to run out of time. Yes. Okay. I think we're going to. Hello, Shane. Shane, and then we're going to put it into use in the second half of the class. Okay. Sylvia, look at those key adjectives at the top. Can you see all those? Are you there, Sylvia? Hello, Sylvia?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Can you take the first one for us? Another way to say a good thing to do?
A good thing to do. Worthwhile.
Worthwhile is correct. Rebecca, another way to say boring.
Boring is dull. Dull.
Correct. Raphael, 3.
Needing all our effort and attention. Demanding.
Okay. Jose, 5. Mr. Jose? Ochendo? Jose! Jose is sleeping. Let's go to Mr. Bruno for 5.
All right. Lively and enjoyable fun.
Lively and enjoyable fun, yeah. By the way, careful the pronunciation. Enjoyable.
Enjoyable.
It looks like en, but that would be French. In English, in.
Okay.
Enjoyable.
Enjoyable.
That's it. Okay, Anton, can you take 6?
Looks attractive from the outside. It's glamorous.
Glamorous, like
Glamorous.
like the guy on the ISS. Okay.
Okay.
And Aika, can you take 7?
Predictable, the same every day. Routine.
Routine. All right. So this vocabulary is pretty easy for all of you, it seems like. No problem so far. Okay, we're back to Sylvia for 8, because Jose seems to be having connection problems. Take it away, Sylvia.
Which number? 5?
No? Sylvia, are you sleeping this morning?
A little bit.
Okay. No, we're on number 8.
It makes us feel unhappy.
Wired.
Nope, because we used that.
Okay. Dull. No.
Nope, because we used that.
Sorry. I don't see.
Dull would be a negative word. This is a positive word.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a graphic designer because it is dull. No.
No.
It's not dull. It's the opposite. Think about 11.
Makes us feel good. It's
challenging or fun? Fun?
No, because we used it.
Okay.
Rewarding.
Say again, Anton?
It's challenging.
Rewarding.
It's rewarding because we use challenging in number 4. Difficult in a satisfying way was challenging. I think we used that in 4. So number 11's got to be rewarding because it's positive. Okay? Let's see if Joshua's microphone is working now. Hello, Joshua? Can you hear me? Joshua. Okay, so Joshua, we're still having some trouble. You can use the chat for now. I can't hear you very well. Okay. So Joshua, you can communicate through the chat window for now. Okay. You can speak through the chat for now. We can't hear you. Okay. So Josh, if you see that, just give me a quick yes or no so I know you understand. All right. Well, while we're waiting for... Yeah, okay, good. Okay, Joshua, so I'll be able to call on you. Okay, no problem. Okay, so let's take a quick look here because I want you to describe a situation that you see. What is the person doing in the first picture? Okay, so I don't know where we left off. I think Aika, you were the next. Aika, what's the person doing in the first picture?
He's writing something on blackboard.
Mm-hmm. What does he do?
Okay, he's a teacher, I think.
Mm-hmm. How does he feel? How does it feel to be a teacher? I'm a teacher. How does it feel to be a teacher?
I don't know. I'm not a teacher.
You know a teacher.
I hope it's rewarding and it's not a routine. So,
so it should be rewarding, not routine. Okay. Well, not routine. I don't know about that. It's pretty routine.
But you have all the time new students, don't you?
Yeah, but you're always doing the same thing over and over again.
Okay.
The trick is to make it routine, because if it's not routine, people don't get the repetition that they need. So the trick is to make it routine but not boring. But yeah, I agree. How does it feel to be a teacher? Well, it should be rewarding. I think so too. Should be. How does he feel? If it is rewarding, how does he feel? So I agree with what you said. It is, or it should be, rewarding. That's good. I want you to tell me how he probably feels as a teacher. Not how it feels, but how he feels, that man.
I hope he feels good. So.
He feels good? Can you be more specific?
And happy. And satisfied.
Ah, okay. That's better. He feels satisfied.
Good.
Okay. That's good. You'll see why I'm getting to that in just a minute. You'll see why. But satisfied is better than good. It's more clear. Okay? So Sylvia, what about the woman in this second picture? What is she doing?
So she's a pilot and she's reading some instruction.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so she's a pilot. How do you think it feels?
Co-pilot.
Yeah, same thing. She's driving the airplane. So how does it feel to be a pilot?
I think really amazing.
Amazing? What does that mean?
No, amazing. It's really fun.
You think it's fun to be a pilot?
Yes.
How come you're not a pilot then?
Because I'm scared of the height.
Heights.
Heights.
Yes, in the chat window. Heights.
Yep.
So it's fun to be a pilot, but you're scared of heights.
Yes.
Because Alitalia, they pay pretty well. It's a good job.
I know, but no, the companies will fail now, I think.
Oh, really? So it doesn't exist anymore? There's no more Alitalia?
No, it was bought from some companies, I think, Emirates.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I see.
Now
Well, let me ask-
Airlines is not anymore Italian.
So, how would you feel if you were a pilot? You're afraid of heights, so how would you feel if you were a pilot? Right? Keeping in mind what you just told me, you're afraid of heights. So how would you feel if you were a pilot?
Stressful.
Nah, you wouldn't feel stressful. The situation would be stressful, but you would feel
Stress.
You would feel stressed, or you could also say stressed. Stressed out is a good word for people. You'd feel stressed out all the time. Okay, because it's nerve-wracking if you're afraid of heights. Okay, Rebecca, how do you think it feels to be a pilot? Not you, but how does it feel to be doing that job? How does it feel to do that job? How does that job feel? What's it like? So, Sylvia would feel stressful as a pilot. That's talking about herself.
Yes. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
Today's the day of dogs.
Sorry.
Sylvia, have your dogs met Rebecca's dogs?
Sorry. They are out now. Well, tell me. Keep going, yeah.
So, a different question.
Yeah.
So what is it like to be a pilot? When I say what is it like, I'm talking about the situation, not your personal feelings. So what do you think it's like?
Well, I think if they made the decision to become a pilot, it's because they love it. So
That's
I
true,
think
but I want you
yeah.
to start the sentence with it, because I want to show you the difference. I want to be clear about the difference between talking about a situation and talking about personal feelings.
So you're asking me about the situation or the personal feelings of them?
No, about the situation. And the question is, what's it like? What's in the chat window too? What's
A big department stores.
Well, hang on a second. Is it a company or is it a department store?
A
Can't be
department
both.
stores.
It's a department store or maybe a supermarket even.
Could be. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a supermarket. It could be. She could be a cashier.
She could be a cashier. Exactly. I think she is a cashier. What's it like to be a cashier? What do you think?
It looks like
Her feelings. So that's perfect. It's a bit depressing for her. The situation is a bit stressful. It's also very routine. Okay? Perfect. Good answers. Be careful because you don't want to say seems because we're not guessing. We're giving an opinion based on our experience. So I would avoid using seems here. If we describe the picture, sure, you can use seems. What do you think? Maybe there's a little delay. I don't know if he hears me. So Josh, if you can write your answers in the chat window, I can correct them, okay? In the meantime, let's go on to Mr. Jose.
Okay.
Jose, how do you think she feels?
She feels bored.
She feels bored. Okay, she could be a bit bored because it's a little bit routine, sure.
Yes.
And sometimes it's stressful, right? Raphael said it's a bit stressful when you get swamped with people. So how would she feel in those moments?
She feels stressed.
She feels Stressed.
Stressed.
Out. Right. There you go. What I want you to do for the remainder of the class is to describe your own job, and I want you to think of those two questions in particular. What's it like is the first question. How do you usually feel? I want you to remember that the ing form is used mostly for the first question because it's a situation, and the ed form of a verb is used for the second question. In both cases, we're taking the verb and we're turning it into an adjective. So what's it like? Stressful. What's it like? Stressful. Okay. Or if it's a word like bore, boring. How do you feel? Stressed or stressed out? And bored. Okay. So think about those for a minute.
So it's always. Can I ask you one thing? It's
You can
always
ask me many things, Rebecca. Many.
proposal to them to send them the baggage of the wine. My product is wine.
Right.
Yeah. So I feel.
So what's it like doing this job in general? Start there. What's it like doing this job?
Well, it's like every. It's selling a product, you know, like selling a product. In this case, it's wine, but it could be, imagine, other product. Tell me a product. It doesn't matter. So it's always the
beer.
same. You need to. Excuse me?
Beer is another product.
I don't understand. What did you say?
Cerveza.
Beer. Okay. Yeah. We are keeping talking about drinks, alcoholic
Why
drinks. Okay. Well, so always you have to, first of all, you need to meet the client, you know, the first contact, and to give. Well, it's fun, you know. It's
fun.
a big fun because I need to travel to other countries and meet different people. So for me, it's amazing, you know. Sometimes could be stressful,
Okay.
but because in this case, for example, I went to Morocco, different culture, different country, you know. I'm a woman, you know what I mean. So I thought, okay, I'm going with taking care of the time, but it was so.
Once you get past the tourist thing, it's. I never had a problem there anywhere. I think Morocco is a great place. Okay,
Well,
very good.
I have to say, I was all the time with a man beside me because I pay for a driver and a translator, you know. So
Right.
it was different if I were alone, you know, me, a woman. But in this case, I was all the time in company with a man, so I didn't have any problem. But I could have.
Right. Okay, so fun, amazing. It sounds like it's quite a varied job as well, quite dynamic.
Which more or less there are lines used to fill the product in vials or in cartridges and so on. And then, of course, seal and.
Okay, so you're making sure that all the whole process of packaging is working with the equipment, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
that also involves it involves measuring, analyzing, calibration of the line, but also project management.
Right.
Because usually it's a new line and budgeting before and purchasing.
Okay, so here's the question.
On the other hand, it's always fun to work with many different people. And it's never get dull because involves also a lot of traveling. So this is it. Yes, you remember. Maybe you remember from yesterday. I wanted to be as a child travel agent. So that means it's connected with my child dream.
Now there's something I wouldn't have expected you to say.
Okay.
So,
I'm a software developer.
Software developer, right?
Yeah.
And what kind of software? Are you doing SAPs and databases and?
I'm in charge of business logic. I develop a couple web applications and a couple mobile applications.
And what sort of functionality do these applications have?
Oh, well, it's personal management systems.
Personal management systems, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is it more related to time, or money, or information?
It's related to time and to money and
so I can put in a budget, I can put in pay hours and things like that. It'll all come up.
Yeah.
Okay.
To manage shifts, manage a budget, manage.
Okay, very good. And is it a stressful job?
Sometimes, yeah, it's a stressful job.
But not all the time.
Not all the time. It's
So when
a customer usually customers don't understand what they want from my job, and
so how would you describe that part of the job? You have to deal with people and Rafael and Jose, I'm sorry. You're not Portuguese, you're Spanish. Jose. You could either write it or just are basically going to tell us what your job is like, how you feel. You should use the key words that we've looked at today, okay? But you're welcome to add any other vocabulary that you like. Your main goal is when you're using a verb that's an adjective, make sure that the ing goes for the situation and the ed goes for personal feelings. Okay? That's your main goal.
Okay.
I'm also going to send you a little bit of homework to practice this tonight. And I'd like to give you a little preview if I can, just quickly. Let me just see if I can open this really fast. Oh, you know what? It's already have it open. In the business section, you're going to be basically working on introductions. You're going to be listening to people introduce themselves in a professional environment. You're going to be working on how you would introduce yourself. You'll be picking out their key expressions, using them in class. How you introduce yourself, how you introduce a colleague, how you exchange greetings with people, and how you can quickly say what you do in a way that'll make the right impression. Okay, all that is coming up tomorrow at the same hour, and I'll be back an hour earlier, 9 GMT, for Hot Topics, fun things in the news. Okay, have a great day, everyone.
Okay. Bye bye.
Homework. Bye for now. See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.